Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the news tonight on Rajya Sabha television with me, Frank Pereira. Here are this evening's headlines. Protests by opposition parties lead to adjournments in the Rajya Sabha. Upper House takes up the discussion on the Union Budget 2017-18. Congress leaders stage a walkout in the Lok Sabha demanding an apology for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's corruption remark against former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. AIADMK raises political instability in Tamil Nadu. All eyes on Tamil Nadu Governor C. Vidyasagar Rao as he meets Caretaker Chief Minister O Paneerselvam, scheduled to meet with AIADMK General Secretary V K Sasikala later today. And campaigning ends for the first phase of UP elections on February 11th. Top leaders of the BJP and Congress campaign in Uttarakhand for the February 15th elections. Well, the protest by Congress and other opposition parties on Thursday led to adjournment of the Rajya Sabha twice in the first half of the day. While the Congress demanded an apology from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi over his remarks on his predecessor, the AIADMK was seeking action on the political situation in the state.
Proceedings in the upper house began on Thursday with CPIM MP Sitaram Yechury moving a notice for adjournment under Rules 267, saying he was not allowed to respond after the Prime Minister's intervention in the motion of thanks to President's address. While the Leader of the House objected to this motion, Deputy Chairman ruled it out, saying the matter has already been discussed in the House.
Government has the right to reply. That is precisely what we are saying. They have not replied. Instead of replying, it was abusive and sometimes comments that were made. And sir, the ruling of the chair is being invoked. I want to say very clearly, the chair stood up and said, this is the practice in this house, that if a name is taken of a member present, then that member has the right to reply. And the speaker yields. This has not been done in this instance. What can be a greater indictment than that?
Under Rule 18, and that's the rule they wanted me to cite, the government has a right to reply. There is no right of any rejoinder provided for in that rule.
Yes.
Okay, it's yesterday in the chair. The matter has been disposed of yesterday. So I cannot allow a rediscussion about that subject. Therefore, it is ruled out.
Congress and the JDU also raised the remarks made by the Prime Minister against his predecessors on Wednesday.
Prime Minister, yesterday...
No, this is what happened yesterday.
Please. Sir, what is happening? He insulted the memory of Indira Gandhi, martyred Prime Minister of India. He referred to a book written by an executive assistant, did not even authenticate and place it here. He is the Prime Minister. Indira Gandhi and YP Chavan are not here.
This should have,
both are gone.
if you are,
it's a matter of shame.
Why didn't you raise it at that point of time?
You must condemn the Prime Minister.
No.
What he did is unacceptable. He has dragged the political debate to new lows.
कल जो हुआ है वो सारी की सारी ये जो परंपरा है हमारी, जिस समय प्रधानमंत्री जी बोल रहे थे मैं उस समय इंटरवीन करना चाहता था और दो बात कहना चाहता था, वो सुझाव देना चाहता था कि बीट पर जीरो एक्सपोर्ट पकड़ दिया गया है और 9,000 ड्यूटी और 9,000 रुपए में 1 कुंटल वो दाल बुलाई जा रही है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मुझसे कहा कि शरद जी बैठिए, आपको हम बाद में सुनेंगे।
With the ruling benches countering them vociferously, Congress members trooped into the well raising slogans demanding an apology from the Prime Minister. AIADMK members too were in the well of the House demanding that Tamil Nadu Governor C. Vidyasagar Rao should discharge his constitutional duty by swearing in V K Sasikala as the Chief Minister without wasting any more time. This led to an adjournment till 12 p.m.
House is adjourned up to 12:00 hours. 12:00 hours.
The protest continued during question hour as well, leading to another adjournment till 2 p.m. Vishal Daya's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, opposition parties on Thursday tore into the government for presenting a disappointing budget. Former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram termed note ban as a terrible decision and alleged that the corruption and black money have continued to thrive even after November 8th. The former Finance Minister, in fact, said this in Parliament today.
The 2,400 crore individual currency notes are going to be demonetized. He was not told that. Absolutely. He was not told that. Nor was he told that the printing capacity of all the 4 printing presses is only 300 crore notes a month. Any Prime Minister who's told that I am declaring illegal 2,400 crore notes, but my capacity to print is only 300 crore notes, would have immediately done the arithmetic and said, Baba, this will take 8 months to print these notes. If the Prime Minister knew that, he would not say things will become normal in a few days, and the Finance Minister would not have said things will become normal next Wednesday. Finance Minister said things will become normal next Wednesday. Nor was the Prime Minister told that if the size and shape of the note is changed, the ATM machine will not accept it, not dispense notes. The Pepsi bottle will not fit into the Coca-Cola machine. The Coca-Cola bottle will not fit into the Pepsi machine. This is elementary. And they took 2 months to recalibrate, and take it from me, many ATMs have still not been recalibrated. Just walk with me, come with me. I did a 500-kilometer tour only 4 days ago. I drove from Tiruchi to Pamban, near Rameshwaram, and drove back to Tanjavur. Every ATM on the road is closed. In my town of Karaikudi, I asked my people to go and take photographs at between 9:30 and 10. They went to 26 ATMs, all 26 closed. I went to Tirumala. Every bank has got a branch in Tirumala, and every branch has got an ATM. Every ATM was closed. You still want to believe? You still want to believe that ATMs are functioning?
Well, the former Finance Minister also criticized Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the words he chose to attack his predecessor Manmohan Singh. Initiating the discussion on the union budget, Chidambaram accused the government of inventing a new narrative every day. He also called demonetization the biggest scam of 2016, saying that he saw his first 2,000 rupee note 4 days after it came into circulation, while many were caught with crores worth new notes stashed away. Well, replying to the debate on the union budget in the Lok Sabha, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said that demonetization had helped widen the tax base. He said that the main focus of the budget is the development of rural areas and the poor. In response to the opposition, Jaitley also said that despite a global economic slowdown, the government had been able to cushion the economy and even managed to bring down the fiscal deficit.
Today, from all over the country, it's clear that lakhs and crores of rupees has come into the banking system. This money from various banks through the currency chest will reach the Reserve Bank. Reserve Bank obviously is going to undertake an exercise of exactly counting the currency. Counting machine hai, but as I said, it's an exercise which is time consuming. Reserve Bank may be able to give you some rough estimates, but after deleting what could be the fake currency, etc., the Reserve Bank as an important institution will have to come out with the accurate figure.
A day after Prime Minister Narendra Modi's corruption remark against former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, Congress leaders in the Lok Sabha staged a walkout on Thursday demanding an apology from the government. The prevailing political instability in Tamil Nadu was also brought up.
Congress members staged a walkout on Thursday in Lok Sabha, demanding an apology from Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his raincoat comment aimed at former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. However, those minutes of proceedings were not recorded as directed by the Speaker.
आज मैं देखा कि मीडिया में और बहुत से न्यूज़पेपर में हमको ये देखने को मिला कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी भूतपूर्व प्रधानमंत्री के ऊपर
नहीं वो
जो उन्होंने कमेंट किया है कमेंट किया है ये पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेसी में
राज्यसभा की बात
ठीक नहीं है और एक प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऐसी भाषाएं यूज करते हैं दूसरों का
issue of the other house. Therefore, my request is that he cannot raise that issue.
लखनलाल साहू
Earlier, AIADMK members also disrupted proceedings over the political turmoil in Tamil Nadu, which led to a short adjournment of the House. Ravindra Shivran's report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, Caretaker Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Paneerselvam and AIADMK General Secretary Sasikala met Governor C. Vidyasagar Rao today. Stating that Sasikala's claim to the post of Chief Minister was untenable, Paneerselvam alleged that Sasikala was holding AIADMK's MLAs hostage. He told the media that the governor had assured him of justice. Sasikala, on the other hand, said that he was backed by as many as 129 MLAs. Let's look at the developments before the two leaders met the governor today.
On a day, the Tamil Nadu Governor, C. Vidyasagar Rao, scheduled meetings with Caretaker Chief Minister O Paneerselvam and AIADMK General Secretary V K Sasikala, rival camps made competing claims for the leadership of the state.
According to law, there is no need for the governor to verify these claims if he is satisfied with whatever has been presented, because here is a letter which has been signed by all the 135 MLAs, including Mr. O Paneerselvam and the 5 others.
Earlier in the day, the Sasikala camp suffered a blow with prominent AIADMK leader E. Madhusudhanan going to O Paneerselvam. Madhusudhanan was one of the over 130 MLAs whose support was being claimed by the Sasikala faction.
Government in place, O Paneerselvam is quit as Chief Minister. His resignation letter has been accepted by the governor. The party has selected a new person. That person has not been sworn in. The government is in limbo. There is no functioning government in Tamil Nadu, and the governor is responsible for the situation.
Although Sasikala claims complete support, Paneerselvam claims many legislators will support him during a trust vote. Meanwhile, the Madras High Court on Thursday declined a prayer for an urgent hearing of a petition on the alleged illegal detention of 130 odd ruling AIADMK MLAs by Sasikala. This was after the Tamil Nadu government stated that the legislators were staying at the MLAs hostel and were free to move around.
We are having already majority. Only you want to represent the Rashtrapati. Okay. I already resigned. Okay. What is the use of speaking about him? Already resigned accepted by the governor. Okay. Then what he will prove?
The party which has been ruling the state has also elected a person, whoever it may be, to be the nominee, their nominee. In such an event, as per normal convention, the governor should have sworn in that person.
Other political players in the state are also weighing their options. The Tamil Nadu unit of the BJP defended O Paneerselvam, saying that he had worked wisely in the past 2 months. It also accused the AIADMK leadership of creating confusion in the state to capture power.
Things have come to this stage which are very unfortunate. Within 2 months, again and again changing the leadership and all these things which could have been avoided. We want things to be resolved soon.
The Supreme Court is expected to rule next week on a corruption case against Sasikala and late J. Jayalalitha dating to early 90s. The governor had earlier reportedly sought legal advice on whether Sasikala should be asked to wait to take office till the verdict is delivered. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, the government today began the process for the extradition of business tycoon Vijay Mallya. The Ministry of External Affairs handed over its request to the UK, with which India has an extradition treaty. Vijay Mallya has been living in the United Kingdom for the last 10 months. He faces a CBI probe for not repaying loans worth over 900 crore rupees to the IDBI. He is said to owe as much of 9,000 crore rupees to nearly 17 Indian banks. Both the Income Tax Department and the CBI have pressed severe charges against, including financial fraud and money laundering against him. Malia left India for the UK in March 2016. There's a roundup of the other national news and nationwide. The Supreme Court on Thursday sentenced real estate baron Gopal Ansal to 1 year in prison in connection with the Upar cinema case that killed 59 people. Reviewing its 2015 judgment that saw the Ansal brothers being let off with a fine of 30 crore rupees each, the court said that the jail term would act as a deterrent and serve larger public interest. Gopal Ansal has 4 weeks to surrender, while Sushil has been allowed to stay out of jail because of age. Tennis player Sania Mirza has been issued notice by the Service Tax Department in connection with the alleged non-payment or evasion of service tax. Principal Commissioner of Service Tax Office in Hyderabad issued the summons to Sania Mirza and have asked to appear before it in person or by an authorized agent on February 16. Normal life was disrupted in Kashmir as many parts of the region observed a shutdown to mark the 4th death anniversary of Parliament attack convict Afzal Guru on Thursday. Security restrictions were also imposed on several parts of Old Srinagar. Main city markets remained closed while public transport vehicles went off the road. The night temperature across Kashmir once again fell below the freezing point, even as few places in the higher altitudes received fresh snowfall. The mercury across the valley and Ladakh region settled below the freezing point as few areas in South Kashmir registered the minimum temperature of minus 5.4 degrees Celsius, over 5 notches down from minus 0.2 degrees Celsius yesterday. It's time for a short break now, but news and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
There is an unwritten saying in the defense forces that if a soldier during his lifetime has served the country in the northeastern section and here in Ladakh, along the Indo-China border, he is considered to be the toughest soldier of the motherland. Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force justifies each word of this saying.
हम हाई एल्टीट्यूड में आ रखे हैं यहाँ लद्दाख रीजन में, तो यहाँ पर हम काफी 15-16 हजार फीट की ऊंचाई पे हम पेट्रोलिंग, LRP, SRB सब कुछ करते हैं और यहाँ पे हम ड्यूटियाँ भी करते हैं.
Watch ITBP in Ladakh only on Rajya Sabha television.
Let's now get you the latest from the ongoing assembly elections in verdict 2017. Campaigning for the first phase of polling in Uttar Pradesh for 73 seats came to an end on Thursday. The seats are spread across 15 districts in the western part of the state, including Muzaffarnagar and Shamli. The other districts which are going to polls in this phase are Bagpat, Meerut, Ghaziabad, Hapur, Bulandshahr, Aligarh, Mathura, Hathras and Agra. There are 2.57 crore eligible voters in the first phase, which includes more than 24 lakh first-time voters. Stakes are high for all parties as this phase is likely to set the tone for the elections in the remaining 6 phases. There will be 6 more phases to elect candidates for 403 assembly seats, counting for which will be done on March 11th. Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi and his team reviewed poll preparations for the 3rd and 4th phase of assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh. During his 2-day visit, Zaidi met officers of enforcement agencies. The commission also met representatives of political parties to seek their feedback on election preparedness. 69 constituencies will vote in the 3rd phase on the 19th of February and elections for 53 seats will take place on the 23rd of February.
एक मुख्य बिंदु हमारी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज का था कि जो उत्तर प्रदेश में केंद्रीय सुरक्षा बल दिए गए हैं उनको पोलिंग स्टेशंस पर तैनात किया जाए और उनके रूट मार्चेस वगैरह जो हमारे कमजोर वर्गों के लोग हैं या जहां पर वोटरों को डराए धमकाने की बात है वहां पर उनका कराया जाए। हमने अपने इलेक्शन ऑफिशियल्स को ये निर्देश भी दे दिए हैं कि वो हमारे आचार संहिता का अनुपालन और उसका कार्यान्वयन बिना किसी भेदभाव के, बिना किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी में डिस्क्रिमिनेट किए हुए उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन सुनिश्चित करें।
A repolling was held at 48 polling stations in 5 districts of Punjab on Thursday. The districts included Amritsar, Moga, Muktsar, Mansa and Sangrur. The Election Commission had ordered a pre-poll following malfunctioning of voter-verified paper audit trail and electronic voting machines in these stations during polling on February 4th. Polling was conducted at 16 polling stations in Amritsar Parliamentary Constituency, 12 in Majita, 1 in Moga, 9 in Muktsar, 4 in Sardulgarh and 6 in Sangrur Assembly segment. Besides, 9 polling stations are in Muktsar, 6 in Sangrur, 4 in Sardulgarh and 1 in Moga. The vote count will take place on March 11th.
ਤਾਂ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦਾ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਪਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਕਮੀ ਪੇਸ਼ੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ 'ਚ ਦਿਖੀ ਹੋਣੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਰੀਪੋਲ ਆਰਡਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਕੁਦਰਤੀ ਉਹ ਬੂਥ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬੜਾ ਲੰਮਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਬੰਦ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਉਸ ਦਿਨ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਬਗੈਰ ਵੋਟ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਮੁੜਨਾ ਪਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਫਿਰ ਬਾਅਦ 'ਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਵੋਟ ਕਾਸਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਲਈ ਆਈ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਜੋ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਫੈਸਲੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ।
While campaigning in poll-bound Uttarakhand peaked today with star candidates travelling the length and breadth of the state to reach out to voters. While Congress is going to the polls with a definite face in Harish Rawat, the BJP has left people guessing about who would get the top office if the latter is voted to power.
Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi and Uttarakhand Chief Minister Harish Rawat on Thursday addressed campaign rallies in Almora and Sitarganj district of the state. While Rawat cautioned people against voting for leaders who deserted the Congress to join the BJP, Rahul Gandhi targeted Prime Minister Narendra Modi, accusing him of hurting the tourism sector by imposing demonetization.
मनमोहन सिंह जी ने 10 साल इस देश के लिए काम किया। शायद पहले ही प्रधानमंत्री है नरेंद्र मोदी जी, जो दूसरे प्रधानमंत्रियों के बारे में कभी से नहीं बोल सकते।
BJP President Amit Shah also campaigned in Uttarakhand on Thursday. Addressing a rally in New Tehri district, the BJP President criticized the Harish Rawat government and supported Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his raincoat jibe against former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh in the Rajya Sabha.
अरे रावत जी, दृष्टि होनी चाहिए। अब आप रहने दीजिए, आपका समय समाप्त हो चुका है। 11 तारीख को आपकी विदाई तय है। हम बताते हैं कैसे पहाड़ियों पर रोजगारी दी जा सकती है।
BSP Supremo Mayawati also addressed a rally in Laksar town of Haridwar district. Addressing the crowd, Mayawati accused both the Congress and the BJP of trying to do away with the reservation system.
वैसे आप लोगों को ये मालूम है कि इन वर्गों के लोगों को बाबा साहब डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर के अथक प्रयासों के कारण जब भारतीय संविधान में शिक्षा, सरकारी नौकरियों व राजनीति आदि में जो भी आरक्षण की सुविधाएं मिली हैं, तो उन्हें भी अब यहाँ एक सोची समझी साजिश के तहत ही निष्प्रभावी बनाने व धीरे धीरे खत्म करने का भी प्रयास किया जा रहा है।
Uttarakhand goes to polls on February 15th, where the Harish Rawat government faces a stiff challenge from the BJP. 5 days are left for the end of campaigning in the state. Counting of votes is scheduled to take place on March 11th. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Moving on, some sports news now, where India dominated the proceedings on the first day of the Hyderabad test against Bangladesh as the hosts piled up 356 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Opener Murli Vijay and captain Virat Kohli led the charge with contrasting style centuries. Vijay was bowled out on 108 after being involved in a 178-run second wicket partnership with Kohli. Cheteshwar Pujara also contributed with a half century as Kohli remained not out on 111 at the end of day's play along with Ajinkya Rahane. Earlier, India had a poor start as opener KL Rahul was bowled in the first over of the match. Let's now get you a roundup of the other sports news in Sports Beat. India defeated Nepal by 152 runs in their final league match of the T20 World Cup for the blind at Vijayawada. Batting first, India posted 289 for 1, riding on Ajay Kumar Reddy's 109. In reply, Nepal could only make 137 for 5 in the allotted 20 overs. India have already made it to the semi-finals, having won 8 of their 9 group games. Their only defeat was a 7-wicket loss against Pakistan. Two Indian caggers, Akshay Verma and Priyanka Prabhakara, were selected for the NBA and FIBA's 3rd annual Basketball Without Borders Global Camp in New Orleans. The camp, featuring a 67-strong international group of boys and girls, will be held from February 17th to 19th as part of the NBA All-Star 2017. The Union of European Football Association held its first executive committee meeting of the year on Thursday in Nyon. The executive committee approved a set of governance reforms, including limiting the president term to a maximum of 3 terms and a total of 12 years. FIFA's decision to expand the World Cup to 48 teams from 2026 was also discussed in the meeting. Spanish side Alaves reached the Copa del Rey final for the first time in their history with a 1-0 victory over Celta Vigo in their second leg of the semi-final. Winger Edgar Mendes scored the only goal of the game, which was good enough for his side to advance through after the first leg ended in a goalless draw. That's it on this newscast. Good night.